For your final match, who will your opponent be?
Is this the answer to that question, or merely an interruption? We have not seen the Young Bucks in a number of weeks, and since they underwent a tremendous transformation, and now are they calling out the icon Sting for his final match? I have no idea, but it's not a bad idea. If this is how you're going to return back to active duty, look at them clean. And it's a totally different look. It's a totally different presentation of the Bucks. Sting's shocked, and I'm sure we're all shocked. Darby wants it, but Sting, it's just not easy to shock Sting. No, Darby's motor never just turned off.
Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. The homecoming episode back in Daly's place of Dynamite is officially in the books. We officially have Sting and Darby's match at Revolution for Sting's final bout. It'll be Sting and Darby versus the Bucks. Samoa Joe, he's going to have to face the handsome Red Devil known as Hook before he swerves when he drives against Swerve and Hangman at Revolution. And we paid respect to the greatest TNT champion of all time, Mr. Brody Lee. Guys, don't worry. All the cool stuff that happened here on Dynamite tonight, you're going to hear right here, right now, because the newest episode of The Gift of Gabe covering tonight's Dynamite starts, I'm thinking, right about now. It's showtime. Okay, guys, so let's get like one of the big things out of the way right now. The way we ended Dynamite. For one, Sting and Darby versus Takeshita and Hobbs. Case in point with Darby and Sting matches over the past 3 years. It was really good. Great even. They're just too good at these like tornado tag, street fight, whatever. They've done it so many times. It has been great. And we've got the answer to the question. Who will be Sting's final opponent at Revolution? It will be the Young Bucks. Now, me and a lot of other people, we like this because one, Young Bucks are coming back. And you saw it from the facial hair. They're running back that 2021, attitude of, being straight up dicks. Because a good chunk of you guys think they are anyway. So this match is going to be good. And the build's going to be good because the Bucks are just going to be straight up assholes about how they're going to want to retire Sting at the pay-per-view. Like, we've seen it before only one other time, Forbidden Door 2022, when these guys face each other in a six-man tag. The chemistry is there, and they're going to have a fucking great match against each other that has us going, holy shit, that was a great match. Great way to cap off Sting's career. The problem I am having with all of you who are like, this is stupid. Why are the Bucks in this? Why is it not Sting versus Darby? Are you stupid? Are you cracked? Dude, Sting has blatantly come out and said, find the article. It's there. He's been like, I never want to fight in a singles match here in AEW. Like, when you're at that age, you're protected in tag matches. That's why for 3 years he's been in tag matches, either with Sting or with Adam Copeland or with other kinds of guys on like 6-man, 8-man tag matches. Tag matches. He has never fought in a singles match. So why do you think he was going to do that now against Darby? Because he knows he can't go in a singles match. He's not going to try to make Darby look bad in that situation. Are you so, people are so stupid. They're like, oh, the Bucks put themselves in this because they're the EVPs. Of course, Tony Khan and AEW after this up. It should be Darby and Sting. If you don't get why Darby and Sting is not happening, then you're a fucking idiot. You are. You clearly have not been paying attention to the last 3 years. And you say you will because you're like, they've been building this up for Sting and Darby. No, they haven't. He's never fighting in a singles match. If he was going to fight in singles matches, he would have done it by now. Stupid. My God. And I cannot wait for this match to end up being great. And then some of you are still going to hate, but then you guys are going to end up coming around to your senses and be like, oh, wow, that actually was a great match. Yeah. No shit. So hit the freaking music, super kick party all over the place, and hit some stinger splashes and coffin drops because Young Bucks, Sting, and Darby is happening at Revolution in front of over 15,000 strong. And yeah, it's going to be, I'm thinking, oh yeah, a banger. Guys, tonight we had two sets of tribute matches to the late, great Mr. Brody Lee, the Exalted One, greatest TNT champion of all time. And it was Preston Vance, former 10, and Anna Jay, former 99, that ended up winning those matches. And I just loved it all around. We can't come back here in Jacksonville, not do some sort of like tribute and or acknowledging of the late, great Mr. Brody Lee, because, like I said, greatest TNT champion of all time. And he just had so many great moments here in AEW, like during the pandemic. Like, it's a shame he never got to see like the return of like live fans. It's a shame he just can't even be alive today. Because my God, he still had so much more to offer. Definitely would have been a world champion, like, and it would have been generational. But it's just really happy to see, you know, AEW like constantly just, because the spirit is in the air whenever they're in Jacksonville, and it's always like Mr. Brody Lee is just watching it like with the rest of us, like as it's going down. I could only wish I could be like walking those hallways and, you know, still feeling the energy like in like any room from, you know, Brody Lee just being there. So, Mr. Brody Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper, we love you, we miss you, and just thank you again for being the amazing father, human being, and greatest TNT champion that has ever lived. Yeah. Guys, the king of AEW, Samoa Joe, finally made his appearance for the first time since winning the AEW World Championship. And oh boy, does he have some challengers to line up in his face. He has got Hook next week officially on Dynamite. Look, that match was always going to be happening on Dynamite. Nothing really got changed because of the whole Tony Khan Jinder thing. Though it is just ironic that Jinder's World title match is happening Monday, and then 2 days later, it's Hook. Both will be cool. Like, let's escape the whole IWC, you know, toxic bullshit from either side. Freaking insane. And then Hangman coming off that huge, great match against Claudio Castagnoli and Swerve Strickland. They're setting it up, baby. Swerve, Hangman, and Joe all at Revolution for the AEW World Championship. That is the route to go. Like I said before, I think they'll do some sort of Swerve versus Hangman match, or maybe they could. They might even not do that. But I think they'll go Swerve and Hangman one more time, determine the number one contender. They have a time limit draw, and then boom, that's how we set up the triple threat. Granted, they could just do the triple threat straight up because, you know, they both have valid cases to the championship. And according to Joe's new system, if you got the accomplishments, if you got the great record, boom, you get your title shot. So Joe honestly, is the kind of guy that'll just be like, bring on both of you. I'll kick both your asses, and then we'll be done. But through Hook and through Adam Page, and hell, even through our champion Samoa Joe, through all these challengers and one great champion, these three guys just cannot seem to grasp the fact of whose house this really is, because Nana dances to it every week as we all ask, yo, whose house? It's Swerve's house, and he will be our next AEW World Champion come Revolution. So swerve when you drive when we get into the fast lane of a mogul and first black AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland. Okay, guys, that is Dynamite. We are done. Put it in the rearview mirror. We're done. Still so much stuff upcoming this week and throughout the month. How the next couple months, let's just be honest. SmackDown this Friday night. The road to the Rumble continues. We're going to see how LA Knight, AJ Styles and Randy Orton all react to now have to be fighting each other in a fatal four-way match. How the hell is Paul Heyman going to try to weasel his way out of this for the Tribal Chief? And then Monday Night Raw, this coming Monday, we got Seth Rollins, Jinder Mahal, World Championship. Next week, Dynamite, we got the AEW World title on the line. Hook, Samoa Joe, as we continue the road to the Royal Rumble. 30-man, 30-women Royal Rumble matches. Who's going to go to the main events of WrestleMania? Speaking of Mania, the road is getting ever shorter. It's going to be here before we know it. But before then, we got stuff like the Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia, Rock and Roman, and Revolution Sting's final match, and the crowning night for Swerve as World Champion. You already know. You're not going to want to miss any of these shows, you guys. You're definitely not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep liking. Keep on subscribing. And keep on remembering that when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right here. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed Dynamite tonight. I will see you after SmackDown this Friday night to see how Paul Heyman tries to fix his mess for the Tribal Chief. But until then, deuces, I'm out of here.
Yeah!